Yo, so look, man, Kevin Hart shouldn't even dream or think about getting in any kind of comedy, sparring, verbal sparring battle with Cat Williams. It just shouldn't happen. Cat Williams is on a whole different level. Cat Williams might arguably be the most underrated comedian of all time. 100%, because I think obviously his antics out in the streets and so forth, that's why people view him. But Cat Williams, because I'll keep it real with you, all due respect to Dave Chappelle, all due respect to all due respect to the more modern Dave Chappelle, all due respect to the more to a Eddie Murphy, to a Chris Rock, to a Richard Pryor, nobody makes me laugh out loud more consistently than Cat Williams. You see, the old school Dave Chappelle when he was skinny did some crazy things, But on a consistent basis, Cat Williams will say some stuff where I have to actually stand up and just walk around, just laughing my face off. See, I respect Kevin Hart based on the business mind, him making smart decisions, and just maximizing his opportunity. Like, I'm not going to begrudge a black man getting his cash or being successful. Hell no. And for me, I think like what's it called? The best thing Kevin Hart has done, the funniest thing he's done is Real Husbands of Hollywood. That's the best thing that he's done. But the thing with Kevin Hart is, even as I watched, I was about to say, okay, I got why Eddie Murphy was number one. I got why Chris Rock was number one. I got why, for Kevin Hart, because I've not been able to sit through an entirety of a Kevin Hart stand-up performance because I'm like, these are very basic jokes, very simple jokes. So why is he the chosen one? And it's so funny how they always pick just there can only be one main superstar black comedian that gets all the roles, all the money, and everything, which is weird. But I'm like, but you know that people say that comedy is subjective, and I get that comedy is subjective. But let's just be real. Are we saying Kevin Hart is on this is in even in the same stratosphere as a Richard Pryor, an Eddie Murphy, a Chris Rock? Um, like these are like the top dudes. And for me, as I said again, Kevin Hart, I'm not gonna hate on him. There's no point in hating on him, but he's just maximizing his opportunity. And when you even see him get interviewed, he's like, look, he knows what it is. Because I think Kevin Hart knows deep down that, bro, I know I've worked hard and everything, but for some reason, God just blessed me and they just chose me. They just chose me. Without me actually being the funniest dude, they just chose me. So I'm just gonna just maximize this. And look, even when you look at his documentary, the guy works hard. The guy works hard and he's a great guy. He's a great guy. But Cat Williams is see, Cat Williams is just naturally funny. For me, Cat Williams, this funny was like Dave Chappelle's old funny. Because for me, I said, there's the skinny Dave Chappelle, then there's the Dave Chappelle with muscles. Like the modern Dave Chappelle is a super smart comedian and everything, but he doesn't make me laugh out loud as much as old Dave Chappelle or as Cat Williams. For Cat Williams, it's like he just hits that note, man. He just hits it right at that note. And that's the thing about comedy is it's instant. You can't learn to laugh at something. So for me, there are stuff where I'm like, huh, ha, ha, ha. I also where I'm like, I'm like laughing, like I will grab up, I'm screaming and everything. So and I've just never figured out why Cat Williams has never really gotten the credit that he deserves. And it's but you know what the thing about Cat Williams? When he may not be in mainstream media, where people pop out to me in mainstream media, but when you just speak to regular people, that's the key thing. When you just speak to regular people, and he mentioned Cat Williams, they're like, oh my gosh, that guy's one of the funniest guys I've ever seen. And for me, as a comedian, I would rather be in the boat of a Cat Williams than a Kevin Hart. Because yeah, in the Kevin Hart, you have super money, ridiculous amounts of money, and you're on top of the world. But deep down, you always know in the back of the mind that where it's like, wait, do I really deserve this? Am I really that's funny? And people keep saying that, he's not funny. Even your peers keep saying, no, you're not that funny. I'd rather be in the Cat Williams situation where, okay, I'm not getting the crazy amounts of money. I'm not getting the crazy amounts of love that I feel I deserve. But I'm making enough money. Because trust me, Cat Williams ain't struggling for cash. I'm making enough money and I can start any arena based on just the word of mouth and how people like me. But for Cat Williams, you just know that you know genuinely that no, you are the best. That's it's about being the best amongst the people, not being the best amongst the mainstream. You know, because at the end of the day, the mainstream doesn't pay the money, the people do. As in this, like Cat Williams can announce a show in almost any place, it will sell out. So he doesn't need the promotion of the mainstream media. Cat Williams can go to any because based off just what his stand up shows, I think GTA 4 helped Aaron Hustling, and also is it a pimp? Is this also someone told me in the comments? Is it a pimp named Slick, a pimp back named Slick, or something from Boom Boom Dogs? Those two things just really elevated me because those were two, like GTA 4 was massive, Boom Dogs was massive, so he's good. He's good, and I'm not one of those guys that say, "Oh my, I wish he was appreciated more." Look, as long as I appreciate him and the people appreciate him who really will pay towards him, it'll be good. But yeah, Kevin Hart isn't in the same existence, stratosphere, Milky Way universe as a cat as a Catholic. They're just completely different, man. 100% different.